Labour MP Darren Jones was left flustered during a tense clash with BBC Breakfast host Naga Munchetty over the UK and US trade deal. Labour's Chief Secretary to the Treasury Darren Jones was invited onto BBC Breakfast on Friday morning to discuss US President Donald Trump and UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer's trade agreement, which was announced on Thursday. Mr. Jones was forced to address whether the UK would be worse off as a result, as he was questioned on whether it was a good trade deal. The US and UK agreed a trade deal to reduce import taxes on some British cars and metals, with the Treasury Minister saying the deal has saved jobs and is a huge relief, while Shadow Trade Secretary Andrew Griffith says it is disappointing. Businesses are calling for more clarity on the deal, as both Trump and Starmer's announcements were light on details. Naga Munchetty continued to question Mr. Jones throughout the tense interview, but sparked a divide among viewers, with some branding the clash pointless while others suggested the BBC Breakfast host held Labour to account over the vague details of a UK-US trade deal. One viewer fumed, "A deal with the US has been done. Confidence returns to economy." Rather than acknowledging the significant achievement, all Naga Munchetty can do is sneer and ask idiotic questions like, "Are we better off than before Trump introduced tariffs? Be better #breakfast." A second raged, "It was totally pointless of Naga Munchetty to go on asking the same question over and over again. Are we better off now than we were before Trump became president? Darren Jones was right, no one is better off. FFS. These tariffs mean US is worse off. #breakfast." A third argued, currently watching BBC Breakfast. Naga Munchetty growling at Darren Jones and dismissing the deal as the least worst outcome. There is not an ounce of credit given done for work taking place in very difficult circumstances. During the tense discussion, Mr. Jones confirmed he believes the current deal in place is a good deal for the UK economy. "So you say this is a good deal, but on the US government website it is said that the average British tariffs for the US has fallen from 5.1% to 1.8%, Naga commented. "So for them, US are paying less in tariffs." She continued, "US levies on UK imports have risen from 3.4% to 10%, so the UK is paying more. So you've made a deal as part of this special relationship, yet we are paying more than they are." Mr. Jones replied, "There are two things there, one is the big picture and the other is wonky detail. On the big picture, would we rather be in a world where there were less tariffs generally, in the way there was a year ago? Yes, of course. But the world has changed. What this deal has done is get down some of these really punitive tariffs on key sectors in the economy where it was having a halting effect on production, putting jobs at risk and people's livelihoods at risk.